So apparently the Kenobi series is getting a season 2 and it's actually under development right now. What are some things we can expect? What is the script going to be like? Let's go ahead and talk about that right now. What's going on, guys? Clan Brandalorian. My name is Brandon. As always, if you're into anything in the Star Wars universe, whether that's lore, theories, Funko, and Lego, go ahead and consider subscribing. You can always change your mind later. So yeah, the Kenobi series is currently under development. So what does this mean going forward? So is this going to be a continuation of what we saw in the last series? I mean, there was a lot of fans upset, a lot of fans happy. Me, myself, I did enjoy the Kenobi series. It actually helped me understand that Anakin Skywalker is now Darth Vader. I do like seeing the hidden path, a little introduction to that. So there's a lot of good things to pull from it. I had this feeling that one of the Inquisitors, no matter who it was going to have a big role in this Kenobi series. And me, myself, I didn't expect it to be third sister Reva. I actually had a speculation that it would have been the fifth brother getting the limelight. This is very interesting. I mean, Ewan McGregor talked about this in many interviews that they wanted a season 2. And who knows if Darth Vader is going to have a good part in this. In my opinion, I don't think he's going to be in it at all unless we're getting flashbacks. Let's go ahead and talk about some theories and speculations that I have going forward with a season 2. We do have reports that the Obi-Wan Kenobi season 2 is reportedly in development. All of these sources coming from Trust Me Bro. Just joking. Coming from Daniel RPK. Seems to be a reliable source, and I will say a lot of big accounts on Twitter and Instagram are talking about this. So this seems to be pretty real. And shout out to Jimmy from Explore the Force. He has a good idea of the season 2 being an adaptation of the Kenobi novel. It is a Star Wars Legends novel by John Jackson Miller. This will tell the story of Obi-Wan Kenobi's life in exile on Tatooine after the events of Revenge of the Sith. So maybe we could go back in time a little bit, kind of revisit some of Obi-Wan's kind of trauma. And of course, if we were to go directly after this, the novel would come into place that he is going by the alias of Ben, secretly protecting young Luke Skywalker while navigating conflicts between local moisture farmers and the Tusken Raiders. The novel also explores the themes of isolation, duty, and the struggle to balance of the Jedi codes with the harsh realities of his new life. So I feel like this really sets the stage for Obi-Wan Kenobi and what we kind of see in the Kenobi series. One thing personally from this novel that I really want to see in a Kenobi season 2 would be the internal struggle of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Knowing that the Jedi Order fell and he was one of the last survivors, and he carries a lot of guilt on his chest, and not even to mention the trauma that he has with Anakin Skywalker. I feel like this would be a good time to explore those nightmares, see those visions, all the voices that he has in his head. Him trying to reach out to Qui-Gon more in depth, but at the same time, for me, I would love to see this story connect with the Book of Boba Fett. Not only the story, but with characters like Black Chrysanthemum. And of course, we see Boba's dynamic with the Tusken Raiders. I think this would be cool to see Obi-Wan actually fighting against some of the Tusken Raiders to kind of keep a physical endurance. So we do see him for the first time live action in the Book of Boba Fett, and it's really cool to notice that he has the scars on his face, and these are from Obi-Wan Kenobi. It would be very cool to see these two kind of square off. I don't know what the bounty would be. Maybe someone's looking for Obi-Wan that's hired, on Tatooine. Maybe they ask Black Chrysanthemum to kind of arrest him or bring him in. I think this would be great action and also good world building. Plus, another thing that I would absolutely love to see is just the continuation of the end of season 1. I want to see what goes on with Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn's Force Ghost. And Liam Neeson is in the new Naked Gun movie, so maybe he's still kind of staying fresh into the acting right now. So maybe seeing him in Kenobi season 2 would be just a great time. Kind of training Obi-Wan, making that transition from Obi-Wan to Ben Kenobi that we see in A New Hope. And I do think that they shouldn't go too far to A New Hope. I will say, Star Wars Rebels, especially during the time of when Obi-Wan and Maul fights, the Twin Sons episode, him seeing Ezra, I feel like we should go just a little bit before that and kind of encounter some of those details within Obi-Wan Kenobi and what he's going through on Tatooine. And with some of the years gone by, I think a Grant Feely would play a really good Luke Skywalker. The age difference would actually accumulate to right now and what we see. And maybe we could get some tap-ins with Obi-Wan and Bail Organa. Maybe we could see a little bit of young Leia. Obi-Wan and Leia do not have to meet in person just to check up on her. Plus, maybe we could see what happens to Reva's character. I know a lot of fans weren't too into Reva, but at the same time, her just walking off in the desert doesn't really close the story for me. For me personally, with Star Wars character, I always love to see closure, so I'd absolutely love to see what happens to her character, and maybe we don't see her. But with that being said, I think that would be really cool to see Obi-Wan Kenobi in season 2. What do you guys think? Please let me know down in the comments. What are some of your ideas? Do you want Kenobi season 2? Do you want it to just stop with season 1? Let me know down below. Also, if you guys are looking into getting your first lightsaber or another one to add to your collection, please check out the link below. And all sabers, Use code BRANDO13 to get 13% off site-wide. Let me know what lightsaber you get if you end up getting one. Pretty cool deal there. Also, don't forget to follow on Instagram. We are very close to hitting 1,000 followers. We will see you in the next one. Claim Brandalorian. I'm out.